Mic check 1 2.
Check.
Like chickadee.
Damn.
We sound good.
We sound good, man. You know,
That was a struggle.
it was a little bit of a struggle today, but we had some help and dude killed it, bro.
Yeah, shout out to Turner.
Shout out to Turner, man. Turned it up.
You know, you guys are in a audio recording studio, so I'd hope we'd be able to help you with some audio.
Dude, you killed it. And actually,
Technicalities.
I appreciate you, and you taught us. Turner taught us some things. I mean, even overall, man, thank you so much. But the voice that you're hearing on the other side here is none other than the big cactus himself, Kor Cap, welcoming to Beyond the Brand, episode 9, with your host Frankie P, co-host Angelo,
Yes, sir.
in the house.
Hey, excited you guys are in the house, the Valley Clubhouse to be exact.
Yeah, we got to run it down though. This is the biggest cactus of all time,
Correct.
aka Big Camera Lord,
The biggest.
aka Mr. Valley Club Records,
That is I.
aka Kor Capital.
Yes, sir. In the building.
Yeah, let's do it.
Dude, those are some good AKs, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You know, I'm big on
That's
the
what he
AKAs.
does.
You feel what I'm saying? I'm big on the AKAs. You
The
feel what I'm saying?
AKAs is those
Can't
are
have just one moniker, you know, you develop over time, you know, you what do Pokemon do? Like what is it? When
Evolve.
There you go. You evolve over time and stuff, you know what I'm saying?
What are
So,
you right now as we sit here?
I'm the biggest cactus of all time, aka Big Cactus Jack. You know what I'm saying? Jack's got your back.
Let's go.
that's my favorite, bro. Big cactus.
The Big Cactus, yeah, I figured, you know, it was just the right timing, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Like, it was the right timing in the evolution. Like Camera Lord was like cool, and I'm still big Camera Lord, but like it's like, all right, it's bigger than that. It's like we're putting the cactus on the map, so it's a bigger mission now. You know what I'm saying? On the big cactus.
I like it, bro. 2024 Big Cactus Jack in the house. Dude, so we come in today. Last episode, we started Fit Check. So we're going to go around talking about what we got on today. You know, just we like to get a little swaggy for these podcasts, right? Cap, let's go ahead and start with you, Big Cactus.
Sure.
What you got on? What's the drip?
Okay, so first things first, cozy cactus. You feel what I'm saying? So it's always coziest thing you can think of. You feel what I'm saying? So comfort is first with me. You know what I'm saying? So we got the comfy Reebok socks. You know what I'm saying? Right under the Reebok socks, we got the cozy Berkeys. These are not the cork ones. You know what I'm saying? These are the actual foam ones. You know, very comfortable. A great value as well. I think you can get these for like $40-$50. You feel what I'm saying? Above that, we got I think they're H&M sweats, you know, standard sweats. You know, we're talking $30-$35.
Nice.
Very comfortable underneath these, the thermals, because it's a little cold out today. You feel what I'm saying? AZ, this is January. Right above that, we got the outside sweater. Another kind of spin-off of the Valley Club, you know, another derivative, you know what I'm saying? Because we're always outside. We're always in the streets. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, it's only right. And then we got the Ray-Bans on. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Ultra polarized, you feel what I'm saying? So you can block out the blue light and whatnot so you can stay focused, you know, give your brain a rest in certain sectors and stuff like that. What else do we got on? A couple little chains for accessories, a couple little rings. We got the man bun, of course, the signature man bun, Big Cactus man bun. And that's my drip check for today.
Swaggy as
I need one of those crews.
them crews are sick, bro.
Right.
Hey, where can I get them? Can I get them?
They're very limited. You know, I always do runs of like 12 to 20.
Yeah.
Got you.
So when they come in, I'm not going to cap. They pretty much sell out like in the first couple of days because I would just do like a loose, like little, if you know type shit on my story. I really don't even promote like on the actual gram or the actual YouTube, but like on my story, I'll be like, hey, I got some new outside sweaters. Who wants one? And then people pretty much just trickle in all day and
Grab them.
buy me out and shit. But definitely just, you know, stay in the loop with the story and grab one when they're in next time.
Got you. Yeah, I need one next time.
What's the handle, real quick, bro, so we can stay in the loop?
At Kor Capital, KorCapital, or at Valley Club Records.
Gotcha.
Deserve.
Swaggy as fuck, bro. And the first time I met Kor, he came in with the signature bun.
Yes.
Tall as fuck, bro. Like you just have this presence, bro. How tall are you?
I'm really only 6 foot, but the bun makes me like 6'3".
Really?
Yeah.
Bro, I thought you were like, you look like, because I'm 6'2", and I was like, oh shit, the biggest cactus just walked in this motherfucker.
it's
Like
the
a
bun.
hooper walked in for
Yeah, for real, bro.
it's the bun.
You have a really fucking positive, strong presence, bro. And like
Appreciate it.
when you came into my Third Street store, I could definitely like feel it. It was good energy, bro, for sure.
Appreciate it, man. That was a nice store you got too, by the way.
Thank you, bro.
Perfect part of town, you know, perfect, you know, you're pushing pretty much everything Phoenix, right?
All AZ, baby.
All AZ.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, hell yeah. Well, nice. You got a nice shop and shit. When I came in, I was like, oh, this is nice. Dan G, these people are fucking with you. He's like, yeah, man, like, We gotta show support. He wants to, you know, throw me a couple exclusive pieces so I can film my new music videos in them and shit.
Yeah.
I was like, sick, let's do it.
Hell yeah, bro. I appreciate that.
Good stuff.
Oh, so AZ Life Apparel was behind the lens.
Yeah, dude. He fucking came in, and him and Dan G, and they were about to go to Cali, I think it was, for a shoot, and they ended up stopping by, and he picked up, you know, a few pieces for the video, and that's actually, you know, he's still pushing those videos. So it's pretty cool to see him wearing that gear. But what's up with the swag, bro?
Yeah, let's get into it. These are some old, or if you want to call them vintage, 4s. They're going to drop again, supposedly, this year. But these are from like 2010. Military 4s. Got some distressed Carhartt pants. A little 90s crew neck vibe. Cozy.
Yeah.
Super cozy. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Damn, bro. You're coming hot with the vintage, bro.
I'm trying to.
Yeah, I mean, are you the vintage god?
No, I'm not the vintage guy. I'm the vintage plug, though. If
The
anybody
vintage
needs
plug.
anything, let me know.
Nice, bro.
Very good.
What you got?
You know, today I actually knew the name of my shoes. Last episode, bro, I couldn't remember.
I know.
But I had to, I mean, dude, I'm a big Yeezy fan. You know that. And so the Wave Runners, I think, are just a classic dad shoe. And I rock the hell out of these shoes. I don't give a fuck what's going on with Yeezy,
I was
bro.
going to say, you're not one of those cancel Yeezy when he
no.
decides to.
Because I'm a Yeezy fan, bro. Like, the
180.
records that he put out are fucking classics. They're classics.
You can't deny that.
You can't deny that, dude. And so, like, obviously, dude's going through his shit, but his shoes, bro, like, they're fire, bro. I like rocking them. I got some black chinos on, loose fit. Don't get the, you know, definitely not the skinny on this one. I do have some skinnies, but this one's a loose. And then I got the INTL International hoodie on. Those are my boys, local brand here. Always killing it. Southside Phoenix brand.
Nice.
And then obviously I got the AZ Life hat, exclusive 1 of 1 original logo with the Phoenix Suns orange colorway. So
It's fire.
rep AZ, bro, all day.
Speaking of the brand, we could just jump into it.
Yeah.
So I heard how it all started was Capital Committee.
Yeah,
Can we talk a little bit about
Sure.
that?
Yeah, that was back with my boy Javante Battle.
My cousin.
Your cousin, exactly.
Yes, sir.
You're well acquainted with. You're from Mesa, right?
Yeah. No. I'm
Okay.
from. I've lived everywhere,
Okay.
but mainly Glendale.
Okay, bet. So yeah, this is your cousin. He was my best friend in high school, best friend in junior high, and then in our community college days, like, okay, you know, it was just one of those, you know, seamless transitions, you know, like when you're like not popular, but like I guess well connected. You know, when you're well connected,
Everybody knows you guys.
yeah, when you're well connected in your section, you know, those guys always start some sort of brand, or if not music, then clothes. If not clothes, and they sell various shit. You know what I'm saying? So that was kind of like our segue. Okay, like we're throwing kickbacks every weekend. We're doing our little shit. You know what I'm saying? We got our little clique, you know, and it's, you know, people are fucking with us and stuff like that. Like, what's next for us? And that was, you know, starting our own little clothing brand, our own little T-shirt company and whatnot. So we came up with Capital Committee. You know, we're very, you know, capitalistic, I guess you could say. Yeah. You know, very entrepreneurial at a young age and stuff. You know, he still is today. I know he's got his Reiki business and whatnot, and you know, I'm here doing this and stuff. So we're like, all right, let's call it Capital Committee. So I was Kor Capital. He was Javante Capital. You know what I'm saying? We had a few other homies who changed their moniker to their first name and then Capital, and then we were the Capitals.
Okay, damn.
Yeah.
So when you originally started that brand, is that what made you start shooting stuff, or?
Yep. So from there, we segued again because obviously, like, you know, you guys as entrepreneurs have probably started 100 brands as well. You know, sometimes they go up. Sometimes people find other paths and start doing other shit. So everyone kind of started doing their own shit. You know, life started happening. You know what I'm saying? You're in your early 20s and whatnot. And then, so my segue, when we started that brand, we had bought a bunch of media equipment and stuff to obviously document it, take photo, video of the product and whatnot. And then our main thing was partnering with artists to wear it at their shows and stuff. You know what I'm saying? We felt like that was like the easiest, you know, it was the easiest little way for exposure. So we would just give artists our clothes and stuff to wear. And then from there, obviously, we've got all this media equipment. So we're documenting them in it so that we can market it and stuff. And then so it was just a seamless transition into photo, video, freelancing for artists.
Oh, okay. So it was free at that time. Because they were wearing your merch, so you were hooking up with the video.
Yeah. We're just hooking them up, just learning and stuff like that. Shooting photos, videos, concert recaps, stuff like that, vlogs. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. And that was just people in the city.
Yeah, and then people just started reaching out for that. Like, fuck the clothes. Like, oh, what's up? Can you just document my set, or can you, shoot a little music video for me, or da da da? And I'm just like, yeah, all right, let's get it.
Okay.
Damn, that's dope, dude. What kind of camera did you start with?
Canon T3i.
Okay.
Yep, the Rebel.
Damn.
Okay, that's what people use for like vlogging now a lot, right? Like YouTube stuff. I feel like I've seen.
I think it had its day.
Okay.
I think like in the 2010s, people used it for vlogging a lot and stuff like that. But it's kind of a little dated now.
Gotcha.
Right.
Yeah, it's a little dated now.
Like I've updated my shit right now.
Yeah. That's definitely like the beginner
starter
like the
pack.
$200-$300 Best Buy.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, bro, when you said that. And I was like, damn, that's pretty dope, though, to start with that. I mean, like, a lot of people think they can't start because they got to go out and buy the most fucking expensive professional shit, bro. And you started with, I'm guessing, a camera that you just kind of were just able to get at that time.
Yeah, essentially, and that's just like, I think what you should, before you go out, because I've also seen a lot of this where people do that. They'll get a fat income tax check or a fat, college fucking loan check or something, and go blow $2,000-$3,000 on a camera that they shoot one video with, and they're just like, hey, this learning curve is going to be hectic. They end up selling it all. So I think you should start as cheap, as bootstrapped as you can. iPhone, even, whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? And then if it's for you, you'll get good, you'll get clients, you'll upgrade, and if it's not, you're not in the hole, and you don't got to sell all your shit.
You don't got to hit Kor to sell all your shit.
You don't got to hit Kor. Like, Kor, I'm getting this camera off. Do you want to buy it? And then I don't have to reject you because I've already got 5.
Yeah.
I've already bought 5 from the same fucking scenario, man.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm cameraed up. Appreciate you guys.
So what was the first, time that you realized, because obviously you're doing it freelance and people start hitting you. What was the first time where you're like, damn, I could actually make some real money? Like, someone just threw me a little bag for this? Like,
I want to say, I don't know. Like, back in the day when I started coming up, like, obviously Jacob Owens was the man, out here. Him and Futuristic.
Okay, I know Futuristic.
So that was Futuristic's camera guy. So
Got you.
watching him make 500 to 1,000 a video, I was like, okay, that's pretty attainable. Like, of course, you go up this long hill of trial and error. Like, okay, is it the camera gear? Is it the clientele? What do I have to be able to get to that price point or whatever? But I kind of always knew that was a thing. Once I got the ball rolling, I'm like, oh, all right, cool. I'm making like 100, 150, $200 a video. Like, it's not going to be too hard to scale up to that. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, a couple of years later, I was doing that per video for sure.
Okay.
So the first time though, I mean, like, I don't remember a first time per se. It was just like the first time I got paid gas money to shoot a video, it's like, that was $1 million. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it wasn't fucking me having to sit at the goddamn day job, and fucking make $13 an hour or $12 an hour. You know what I'm saying? It was like, holy shit, I just got $50 to like,
yeah, right.
Just follow this kid with a camera. Like, that was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's doing what you loved.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, so it didn't even feel like work, probably. Yeah.
Honest to God, it felt like $1 million. Like, and it was. And to be honest, it's always like that. Whatever business venture I start, YouTube, my first $100 check was, holy fuck, this is $1 million. You know what I'm saying? Like, TuneCore, working with artists, getting that first $100 check, like, damn, this is $1 trillion. So, yeah, it was just like, yeah, I don't know. There wasn't one breakthrough moment. It was just kind of, again, anything I got was just like $1 trillion, because it wasn't day job money.
Bro, I remember the first time I sold a shirt, I was so happy. I think I sold it for like $15.
Right?
Dude, I put that money in my pocket and I was like, damn. Like I felt like I could go eat wherever. Like, hey.
Crazy.
Yeah, I was calling my family. I'm like, yo, you guys want to go eat? What's up?
I'm a millionaire now. You know what I'm saying?
For real,
like, and then, your brain just opens. Holy fuck, if I sell 30 of these a day or a week or whatever the fuck, your math is, and it just, the possibilities are endless. So, yeah, it's like, I guess that first couple of dollars is the breakthrough.
No, yeah, I do the same thing, like with the vintage side of things. When I did my first like pop up, I remember making like $100 or whatever, and I'm like, damn, if I could do this like every other weekend,
right.
That's like getting a bonus,
For sure, bro.
for something you like to do. You're kicking it, maybe have a drink. Like,
it's crazy.
Yeah, I think it's dope, bro. And actually, too, man, like, I'm familiar with you because of, Dan G. We just talked about that. He introduced you and brought you around. And then I got some homies to Cash Plays.
Yep.
all those homies. And you've worked with them, right?
I just work with them currently.
Okay.
Yeah. Currently, they always do various projects with me and stuff like that. Like Marlboro just had me film a bunch of reels for him and stuff. After he got his billboards put up and stuff.
Sick, bro. I seen that, bro. I was like,
so we were filming.
Man.
Yeah, we filmed a bunch of reels to various songs for his and stuff. And then currently he just did a song with Bravo the Bag Chaser, any Cali music enthusiast. Yeah, he just did a song and video with him. I filmed that. But I don't think he's rolling that out for a little while. So it's in the vault. It's in the cut.
Yeah.
And then rest in peace, A.B. Cashin.
Dude, R.I.P., bro.
Yeah, R.I.P. A.B. Cashin.
Rest in peace.
And then I don't know what Jaws has got going on right now. He's probably working on some music and shit too. But yeah, Cash Play. Shout out those guys.
Damn.
Yeah, good people, bro.
Yeah, they're good guys.
That's the thing with
Solid guys.
any hip hop in the city. Kor probably shot it, or Nappy probably shot it.
Yeah.
Something in the camp over here.
Yeah. If they're doing something, you know what I'm saying? It's like you should come through here for something.
For sure. Yeah, definitely.
Is that like your love, bro? Is that like music? Like,
Yeah, hell yeah, of course. Like, it was before I even knew any of this. Like, that was just kind of like what got me up, got me motivated. This is this, not cliche. Like, oh, turn on 104.7 Kiss FM, and I'm like, no, like coming home after work and browsing through mixtape sites and seeing what's hot and who's fucking with who, and oh shit, I don't even know about this artist, but you know, Gucci Mane just did a song with him or something, or da-da-da, you know what I'm saying? Like, so artist discovery and music and cool content and shit have always gone.
were you Napster?
No, I was not a Napster guy.
LimeWire?
LimeWire, yes.
Let's go. LimeWire is the shit, bro.
LimeWire is the shit, bro.
Joel Santana and Lil Wayne got all the mixtapes and shit, you feel what I'm saying? So,
That was a crazy time.
yeah, that was a crazy time to be alive.
Damn. And then right after that was the Gucci era that you're talking
Exactly.
about.
So,
That was Waka, Gucci,
Oh, amazing.
all 1017. He was
Whole
bringing out
1017.
crazy, like you said, artists you never heard of, but
Yeah,
now
yeah.
you got their mixtape.
you would discover a new one every day. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So that was a lit ass time too for
That's sick.
for really Atlanta in general, because there was just so much happening in their underground at that time. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So that was fucking lit.
It's bubbling, yeah, and they still got it right now too.
Of
The
course.
South has got it. They've had it on lock for a while now.
Yeah, it's in a choker for sure. But you know, then you got Michigan who's doing their shit right now, real heavy, and then of course California.
Yeah,
always kind of be
always.
in the game. Yeah.
Yeah, talk a little bit about So you were doing your just the videos, like you said, you were getting a little money here and there.
Yeah.
I remember we talked about Bougie. Could you talk a little bit about him? How he kind of got you early on, just in the studio headspace, you know, getting a spot, stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay. So, Bougie, if you guys are not hip, he's like a big street rapper out here, or he's kind of on hiatus right now. You know, he plays with other stuff. Like, his family has a good portfolio of successful companies, and I think he does a lot of day trading and stuff right now. But he was a very prominent street rapper in the 20 teens, I want to say, you know, like mid to late 20 teens. And so when I had first managed to quit my day jobs, because I worked 2 jobs. I worked one from 5 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Intel, cooking for those guys, like all the Intel employees. Then I'd go to the Sheraton and cook banquets. Sheraton Wild Horse Pass, yeah, at night. And then I'd shoot videos like on the weekends and shit like that.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So right after I had managed, because I eventually I got to quit one job, because it's like, cool, all right, I'm making a decent amount of money. So I quit the Sheraton. And then a few months later, I quit the Intel job. So I was like pure freelancer, living off a fucking couch at the homie's house and a credit card. You know what I mean? Just like going gig to gig and just like, all right, you know, here goes nothing, whatever. Yeah, jump off the cliff. So Bougie, where he comes into play, is just like a few months after that, he was just like, okay, cool. Like, you work like I work, you know, like where we kind of treat like our craft like the trap. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's product in, product out, and keep it going, you know?
All day
like
working.
We're not like creative nerds where I just can't work today and I'm just a little pussy. You feel what I'm saying? No, like we get our shit. No, cool, video out. Dude, you good? Yep, I'm gonna flood this to the streets. Boom, I need another 5. So he essentially kind of kept me going. You feel what I'm saying? Like, he was like my first big contract, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Not really contracted, but like, you know, like, homie, like, I'm gonna keep you working. I'm gonna keep you, you know what I'm saying? Keep money in your pocket and shit like that. So, I don't forget what that was. Maybe 2016, maybe 2017. I'm not sure. Maybe even 2015. I don't know. But essentially, yeah, that's how I got in the loop with him, because he's just like every fucking other day, like, let's shoot a video, da da da. And you know, I had him for the plug price like $250. So he's just like, all right, cool, let me get 4. Here's 1,000. Da da da. I'm like, fuck yeah.
So you were essentially selling wholesale at this point.
I was wholesaling to him, but like he was a trap motherfucker, so that's how he bought. He didn't like to buy one and then be a little creative nerd. Like I said, he's like, how much can I get 5 for? And I'm like, fuck. And then he would just pay my whole month's bills with
That's dope, bro.
Yeah, with one shit. So
that's good people, man. When you meet somebody like that they really want to like ride with you.
Blessing.
Yeah, that's dope.
It was nothing short of a blessing. You know, job put us together, the universe, so it was amazing. But so yeah, that's how I met him. He was a few years older than me. And fucking, you know, and he would put me onto all his homies who needed videos and do everything. And then he had a creative space, Colorline Media, which was essentially like this, just a multimedia space, you know, where they did photo, video, and audio. And I was pretty much like his subcontracted audio guy. And in return, I would do him videos for the low, but he would still obviously pay me and pay me in bulk and stuff. So Colorline Media, yeah, was like my first entity that I was kind of loosely a part of and affiliated with and stuff. So Bougie of Westbound and BOP and stuff like that, Ballin' on Point, Swerve Baller and shit, shout out to him. Those guys really kind of put me on and took me under their wing and shit. Yeah.
Damn, that's
sick,
cool.
dude.
Yeah, so, you know, blessing for sure. I always give those guys full credit.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Was there anything you can remember from that time, like lifestyle wise, where you're like, that opened your eyes? Because they were living different. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. Nothing that opened my eyes per se, but like, because I always like, I don't know, I always had this thing back in my head, like, I had to get money like a correct way, you know? Like, I wouldn't let myself, again, even me back in the Capital Committee Javante days, like, we would dibble dabble in various street money earning, you know, shit and
activities.
Stuff like, yes, activities and stuff. And it always felt like just weird. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
fuck, I just made $500, but that was almost too easy. And then like, and that's back when weed was just like the equivalent to fucking like cocaine today. Like, you know, you get caught with it, like, you know, it's gonna be a fucked up situation for you. So it always just felt mad weird and shit. Yeah, any eye-opening things, I mean, there was just those guys just doing their shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, doing their shit and, you know, doing it well. It's just, you know, shit caught up like it does and will and stuff, and, you know, that's that. But, yeah, they were living a very nice life. And they still do, again, because Bougie's a successful guy. A successful mindset is a successful mindset. They're really going to be successful.
Yeah, no matter what side.
You know,
what they do, yeah.
Yeah, you know, you can take them down for a little while, put them in jail, or life can happen. You take away all their assets and stuff, but, like, it's a mindset thing.
Yeah.
So, you know, he's been bounced back, you know what I'm saying, and been living a nice life and shit still. So, yeah, no crazy eye-opening shit, but, I mean, definitely in terms of, like, music, they kind of opened my eyes, you know, because they didn't fuck around. Like, up until then, I was just kind of fucking with hobbyists and shit. You know, that was my clientele and shit. But they were like, no, this is what we do. We get money, and then we invested in music. And so,
damn,
you know, they had Sprinter vans. They had everything. You know, we were going on road trips and shit every weekend. And they had sponsors and shit, different, like, cigarillo companies. I forget the name of the fucking company. But they had, like, a big cigarillo sponsor who, you know, would flood them with product and Sprinters, and we'd go and promote and shit. So they had their shit going on for sure.
damn.
So they opened my eyes in it being like a legit thing. You know?
That's what I meant. I didn't mean. Yeah. I didn't want to incriminate nobody.
Right,
I meant,
right,
like,
right.
The legal side.
Yeah. They whatever earnings they were getting out of the streets, they were definitely going legit. Yeah. Like, you know, like the mafia. Like, this is what we're this, you know, this is what we're investing in. You know, was the music. So it was really cool.
That was cool to see. Yeah.
Damn, that's dope, dude.
Yeah.
And also too, like, what was, I think, like, you experienced that because, like, you went from, like, gig to gig, And then you're saying that you went like, I mean, basically you found someone that was just like, yo, we're gonna like bring you on, and like you're gonna be working, you're gonna be busy, bro.
Yeah,
because I know how it is from like gig to gig, and you don't know when your next like, you know,
where your next meal's coming from.
No,
yeah,
you don't know,
sure.
dude. You're just like, you know, shit. I just finished this. What's next?
Right.
And they kind of put you on. So like,
They did.
After that, how long did that kind of last for? And then where did you go from there?
So during one of those trips with Bougie, this was one of our last trips before everything took place legally, as everyone knows who followed Bougie. You know, that was a big ordeal. His homes and stuff got raided and whatnot. It was all over the news and whatnot. So during one of those trips, we went out to Hollywood, California. And when we were in Hollywood, we linked with the Chicago artists King Yella and Billionaire Black. These are like drill legends. They came up, they were in direct opposition with like Chief Keef and Lil Durk, you know. So like as that scene was booming, they were like the villains, you know what I'm saying? So we linked with them. Me, Bougie, Vontae Mays, some others and stuff. And so on that trip, Billy was like, he pulled me aside. He's like, hey, let's shoot some. And I was like, okay, well, what do you got on it? You know what I'm saying? A couple hundred, what is it? He's like, you know who I am? And I was just like, kind of, bro. Like, I'm not going to lie. Like, I kind of know who you are, kind of not. He's like, trust me, look, shoot a couple videos for me. I'll let you upload them to your channel. So he did that shit and fucking.
Wait, how did you immediately say yes, or did you say like, let me get back to you?
No. I was like, okay, because we were on a trip together. Like they had linked with us in Phoenix and then hopped in the Sprinter and we all went to Hollywood. We were supposed to link with like OG Macco and shit, but he was capping off and shit. This was back when he was booming, like bitch you guessed it days. So we're like, all right. So I was just like, all right, fuck it, whatever, let's shoot. You feel what I'm saying? So we shot some quick shit, whatever. I edited it, uploaded it. He's like, yeah, cool, drop it. Like no like, hey, change this or da-da-da, like dealing with like pretentious artists. It's like, cool, drop that shit. I'm like, drop it? All right, cool. So it did 200K views in like a couple of days. And I was like, holy fuck. Like, and
on YouTube?
Yeah, on YouTube. And I had just monetized my channel and I was like, God damn, like this is a fucking check. Like I just made like $600 like in a couple of days. Like, what the fuck? So, then, you know, he went back to Chicago and shit, and then long story short, he started coming out here more and more, and he was going to relocate. He's like, you know, I need to get the fuck out the rack. It's too dangerous out here and stuff like that. Like, I'm going to probably move out to Phoenix, da-da-da. So going back to when you said, like, what was next after the Bougie thing. So after that trip, Bougie got raided and whatnot, and then so that was kind of, like, leading into the next phase of what I was going to do, and Billy during that trip had opened my eyes to like, holy shit, like partnering with Bougie was one thing. Like he was super invested, super this, super that. It was awesome. You know what I'm saying? But like, again, he was still vesting, building his brand. Billy's was already built. So Billy showed me that like, holy shit, there's a lot of money in this music shit, working with the right artists. You know what I'm saying? Like getting publishing checks, TuneCore checks, YouTube checks. I was like, holy fuck, like, they're all back end. You don't see it up front. You don't see the hundreds of dollars up front. You feel what I'm saying? But it comes. You know what I'm saying? So he kind of opened my eyes to that, and that's when I was like, oh, okay, like I need to get serious about partnering with artists and stuff like that and start building, you know, a portfolio and a catalog and stuff like any other label, you know, like fucking Def Jam or whatever you can think of. You know what I'm saying? Like TDE, whatever.
Yeah.
And then so that's when I kind of started Valley Club. You know what I'm saying? Was after working with him and shit, I was like, oh, okay, cool. I'm going to start Valley Club where it can be like an artist partnership platform. You know what I mean?
Got you.
You know?
So that was your first time seeing, not getting paid for something, just collabing with somebody could do something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Like if the art was good and the brand was there and the artist already had motion, like there's a lot of money in it that people don't see. Like,
yeah,
you know, because people just be like, fuck, 200 plays here, 300 plays there, like da-da-da-da. Like, no, this was hundreds of thousands of plays effortlessly. You know what I'm saying? And there was a bag that came with it. Yeah. So
That's something different, bro. Like I'm trying to wrap my head around that because like I'm so used to the hey, this is the upfront cost,
right,
or fee.
Yeah.
But the way that you're, you know, like the way that I'm kind of like intaking this is like, yo, like if you have the right person or product, I guess it is, like you may not get that fee up front,
Right.
but it's like that's just going to catch up to you, I guess, like whenever that, like a little bit later.
Of course. Yeah, exactly. It's just like royalties, like anything else, like you create the product, a book, a song or whatever, you put it out, and then, over time it just comes back, trickles back in.
Damn. So that's a gem though, that you gotta put yourself out there and do that. Cause I'm sure you've done it before where it didn't work like that. You know what I'm saying?
Hundreds of times.
Yeah. So you just never know.
Thousands of times.
Yeah.
Did you almost say no to when he asked you that?
I did. I almost fucked up my whole future bag.
Bro, that's what I was just thinking. Like, because there's times too where I'll be like, nah, or those times where I'm like, yeah, and then I'm like, damn, I'm so glad I said yeah, bro.
I did. And he brings it up to this day. Like a few days ago on FaceTime, he was like, yeah, and your bitch ass almost turned me down for
he saw it on your face, bro. You were like,
I was like, yeah, I didn't know the magic yet. You know what I'm saying? You had to show me the magic. You had to open my eyes. And so, to this day, whenever he calls, I answer. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's just what it is. And so that was just another pivotal moment. And again, I've worked with hundreds and hundreds of artists, so I'm not leaving anyone out. They're just asking the timeline of significance and,
the highlights.
Exactly.
Just
the highlights.
Just
so,
the highlights, yeah.
Billy was one of those highlights for sure. So that was after Bougie got locked up, boom. And then I was like, all right, okay, cool. I'm going to start Valley Club, look for talent, partner with it where I can, because like a lot of artists, like any label, X artist is not going to have the same deal as Y artists or Z artists. Z artist might be your all-star, your Jack Harlow right now, and then there might be someone you're developing like a, someone lesser, you know what I'm saying? And then you got another artist who's a little past their prime but still worth something, you know what I'm saying? But over time, you just kind of learn where artists over doing this shit for 10 plus years, like, okay, this artist is here. What do they have to offer? What can I offer? And how can we make a few bucks,
Yeah.
Because it's different. And there's no right or wrong. You could be starting from scratch. Maybe you just have really fucking good music, and it's like, all right, well, I've got a platform with tens of thousands of eyes and ears. Like, let's try it and see if they like it. And if so, we'll get some money back via YouTube or Apple or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe you don't have good music. Maybe you don't have good music. You don't have an audience, but you've got a big bag because you're a real street dude, So then it's like, hey, here's this bag. So I need these two, you know what I'm saying? So it's just.
And you can help them work on their craft. And
exactly.
From there.
So, and that's like
quick question for you.
Yeah.
If someone were to come to you, because like, obviously like if someone's listening to this and they're like, and maybe they're new to, like meeting you on here,
sure,
and they're an artist, do you have like any type of requirements to work with people, or is it like you're just open, like, hey, let's talk about like if this matches or not?
Yeah, zero requirements really. It's just you. Again, in one of the areas, you got to be bringing something to the table. You can put some skin in the game. You got some capital, or do you got extremely good product, or like Billy, do you have an extremely big audience? You know what I'm saying? That's gonna pay me back over time, or pay the entity back over time. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you just have to be bringing one of probably those three elements.
Do you get a lot of people saying like, "Yo, hook me up"?
Of course, every day. Yeah, every day.
Because like over time, like obviously, like it's always like, "Yo, hook me up, I'm good," or like I'm good for it, or everything that kind of people say. Like, how do you like get around that?
Shit, I really don't. If somebody slides in my DM and is just like, I stopped looking at those fucking DMs, honestly. Like if they say, hey, I got some really good shit, bro, you're gonna want to fuck with me, this and this, let's go to the top. I'll probably leave it on scene, or maybe I'll just like it, double tap, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. Maybe I won't open it, whatever, but and then I get other DMs like, hey bro, what's up, man? I'm rolling out a new tape. I need videos. You know what I'm saying? What's your base price? And okay, cool, And then I'll get some people who, fucking might have, tens of thousands of followers. They have an active audience, whatever. And it's like, do you want to partner on some shit? And it's like, then I just assess like, okay, do I have time to partner, and how legit? Again, I've been doing this for so many years, so I can see past everything. I know every metric, engagement, what are your Spotify monthlies, what are your YouTube subs, so I know.
Not just follower count.
Exactly. I know what I need and how legit it is just off of experience and time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, to answer your question, yes, I get lots of DMs, lots of inquiries and stuff. But
yeah, you work with a ton of artists. I mean, to get into a story I was telling you about, I went to one of the warehouse shows.
Yeah,
and so I'm just in the crowd, hanging out, checking out the scene. A lot of kids there doing their thing, having a good time. And I see an artist. I don't know if he's still Valley Club, so I won't say who it is.
Sure.
But this kid is just high as hell, but he's going on next. And I'm like, damn, I don't know if this is going to go well. He's high as hell, bro.
Done, yeah.
And he's young.
Yeah.
Bro, he goes up and just goes crazy. The whole crowd is singing the song. Kor even is moshing in the pit. Like, now I'm like,
dope, dude.
Bro, it was a real life show.
Yeah.
For the younger audience, like for underground audience. Like, obviously this guy's not on the radio. He's not doing thousands and thousands of YouTube views, or even maybe, I don't even know if he was on like Apple Music or anything at the time. He just had some YouTube videos that you guys did. But everybody was singing the words, and that kind of like stuck with me. I'm like, damn, you're really building an audience, a real life audience, not a Instagram audience. These were real people I was next to.
All right.
Like, and that was, can you talk a little bit about those warehouse shows?
Sure. Yeah. So that was kind of like, fast forward, like after the Bougie thing, Lincoln with Billy, starting Valley Club, like the Valley Club warehouse was like our first space that I started renting and stuff like that. And so,
where was it at?
So it was in Southside Phoenix on Broadway and 24th Street.
Oh, okay. I had a warehouse right there too.
Right.
It was like a U shape.
It was like a straight line.
His was a little different because he even had like a upstairs.
Gotcha. Okay. There's a lot of warehouses in that area.
Right.
Yeah.
But it looked like yours though.
Okay.
It was similar.
Yeah, it's like an industrial part of town. So we got a warehouse real cheap. It was like $1,000 a month or whatever. And I'm like, okay, this is where I'm gonna like develop these artists and, you know, build my platform, and then we're gonna fucking throw shows and sell merch and do all our shit, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, and it all just kind of started right there. So I would just, again, look, knowing my analytics and shit, knowing I would go to little shows and shit. Like, mind you, this is like 2017, 2018, pre-COVID. COVID kind of fucked a lot of shit up, and the underground was one of them. The COVID like shit on the underground big time. So like the last couple of years, I think for everyone in the underground, including myself, have been like pivoting, finding other little niches to, you know, keep your shit going and shit. But prior to COVID, yeah, the underground was booming as a bitch. So, you know, I would go to different shows and shit, be like, and again, just study, you know, like how many people is this artist bringing? How good is the music? You know, and then I would trade what I had in return. Like, okay, fuck with me. Let's do some music together. Let's do some videos. You know what I'm saying? We're going to partner on the back end this much. I'm going to get this percent. You're going to get that percent, whatever. We're going to sell some merch. We're going to throw some shows, whatever, you know, in exchange for, I'm going to put you on the platform, shoot you some videos, you know, just different various trades and shit. So I had developed a roster of like, probably what, like, it was maybe like, 10 artists around roughly, give or take, you know what I'm saying, at all times. I kind of had in rotation and shit. And that was kind of like the first branding of like Valley Club, you know, was just all these little underground fucking knuckleheads and shit, and just throwing fucking crazy shows and, you know, just doing our shit.
Were you charging like people to get in, or like how'd that work out?
Yeah, just cheap shows, like underground shit, $5 a show, like on some punk shit, punk rock shit, you know, $5 a show, and then come in and sell up all your merch and, you know, build your brand and shit. So it was cool.
That sounds fun, bro.
Bro,
yeah, it was.
Bro, after he did his set, I went and talked to the dude. I'm like, yo, like, how old are you, bro? He was in high school.
Yeah.
He was like 16, 17-year-old. Yeah. I think he said he went to like Fairfax or something. I'm like, damn, bro, you just killed it. Damn. Yeah. And he was just a kid, bro. But that, if you think about it, Chief Keef, when he started, was like, what, 16, 15 years old or something like that.
Yeah, kids, man.
So that's where it's at, the youth. And you were definitely capitalizing on that, man. It was dope.
Yeah, how long did you do that for?
That was a lit time. I did that literally up until fucking. So we got kicked out.
What happened, bro?
Yeah, we got kicked out.
Did the neighbors complain on you or what?
So yeah, I mean, like, it was a multi-purpose facility. Again, you know what I'm saying. So we were running the studio sessions, you know what I'm saying, in the little office part, and then in the warehouse part, we're shooting videos and we're throwing shows and shit. So the property managers or investors or whoever they were like some couple Christian Texas boys and shit, Texas Christian boys. So they would, slide and do their little repairs and shit. Just real straight edge kids, like, I knew the type and stuff because I went to high school with them in Mesa at Mountain View. Like, Mesa was like that, you know what I'm saying? So, like, good and cool, but, like, very conservative and, like, like weed is the devil. And, you see dreadhead motherfuckers coming in with guns on their hips and shit. You're like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't know the culture, you're
scared of it.
Yeah, then you're literally terrified of it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, if I see that shit, I can already see through it. Like, I already know what it is. Like, but them, whatever. So I think they got spooked a couple of times. And then we shot a couple of videos one time. I did like it was a stupid idea. I probably shouldn't have at all, but I let the kid use a gas tank, and he wanted like a circle of fire. So he put gas on the pavement, and I put my drone up, and he like lit the circle, and it was a really tight ass shot. But like some fucking how, I don't know where they had cameras, but they sent me like a satellite image of that. Yeah, and they're like, hey, what the fuck, dude? What are you doing? Like, dude, you do that shit again, dog, like you're out. Like, we will terminate all da-da-da. And I'm like, yeah, my
Is
bad.
that on YouTube, that shot?
It is.
On a video?
It is, yeah. Rest in peace, the homie Beanbag. That was one of his videos, yeah. Yeah, rest in peace, the homie. Yeah, that was one of his videos, and then fucking, so it was little shit like that started to build up, and then, like, the shows, and then they'd come to do their repairs and shit and smell the weed smoke pour out and, see the audience and shit. So I think after a while, they're just, like, they made up a bullshit-ass excuse, like hey, come year 2020, we are going to be using this facility for extra storage and da-da-da. And I was just like, I saw right through it. I was like, okay, cool. Can you at least give me like another month? They're like, no.
Damn, that?
Yeah. So that was my intro to 2020, which was probably like the worst year of my life, by far. So literally like January 1st, boom, get the notice. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever, we're out. Start looking for a new space, found this one. I'm like, all right, cool. It's not a warehouse, but it's cool. We got some extra space and shit. It's cool. Like, we'll make it like a clubhouse. It's the Valley Clubhouse. So I was like, cool, whatever, boom. Get past that hurdle, and then 2 months or a month after that, COVID starts brewing up and shit. You know what I'm saying? So then COVID's like, all right, everything's fucking shut down. No shows, no bullshit, no da-da-da-da. So, like, that was just a weird time, too. So, it was kind of a blessing, too, though, because it made me really step up, like, my overall content game and really build the YouTube, as opposed to, like, we were really show heavy and, like, in your face.
In person type shit.
Yeah, heavy, and that was cool because there's a bag in that, obviously, throwing shows and meet and greets and, merch pop-ups and all the shit that comes with that. And then, but it forced me to, like, make and learn how to make good, compelling content that also pays bills, because that's the only option at that time.
For the home viewers, not just the people in person.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I think it was a blessing and a curse for entrepreneurs because it hurt, but also for people like us that are just constantly doing stuff, doing work, it kind of made us sit down and, like, reassess.
For sure.
And, like, look, like, what's my next move? Whereas when you're in it, you're not thinking about what's the next move. You're just, boom, oh, I got this shoot. Oh, I got this show. Yeah. Like, boom, 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 boom. But COVID really sat our asses down. Like, no, you don't got none of that shit.
We had to get creative, bro.
Yeah.
Mad creative. So, like, that was me all through. So, like, 2020 was, like, survival. 21 was, like, all right, kind of more survival. But, like, what are you going to do? Now you got to get serious because this shit is, like, shit's changed, So, then 21 was like that. And then 22 was when I was just like, all right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play with, like, a bunch of different shit, throw shit at the wall, you know what I'm saying? And then kind of see what people want to see from me, like, and, they liked the fucking interviews, they liked the vlogs, and they liked the hood tours.
The hood tours. Hey, perfect segue, bro. I couldn't wait to get to that. Right? I couldn't wait to get to that, dude, because, like, I was telling him earlier, I was like, yo, I want to talk about the hood tours. And he was just like, well, hold up. There's a lot that goes on before that, bro. Like, don't just jump to that.
Did Kor just transition us?
Yeah, he transitioned us, bro. Yeah, he hit us with the fucking whoop whoop. But anyways, dude, I'm excited to talk about these because they're, dude, they just seem like they're gaining a lot of traction, and your style of it and the way that you do it is like, I think it kind of sets everything apart.
Yeah.
And I've watched quite a few of them, and it just seems like the people that you work with are hyped to have you in their hood, and they're just like so proud of like what. Let me show you this. Let me show you that. Like, it's not like the other bullshit that you would see on TVs. Like, they were kind of like, it was kind of like, hey, you ain't supposed to be here, but you know what I mean?
Right.
The homies that you work with, bro, are like, they welcome you, dude. Like, you're part of their hood, dude. So
Right,
like that, it's really cool to see that.
Hell yeah.
But I don't want to jump straight into that. I don't know if you have a question before we do that, but
Well, no, that's a perfect segue. I mean, obviously, I've heard you say it before. Your favorite like type of video. Well, maybe let me ask you that. If you could pick someone, let's say a rapper that's up and coming, they have a crazy bag, so you can go either way, and they're asking you, do you want to go like a Jack Harlow route, big budget, like crazy lights, cameras, makeup, you know what I'm saying, the whole nine, or in my hood, like what would you pick?
I'm pulling up to your hood, bro. You know what I'm saying? 10 times out of 10.
And I think that's kind of why they welcome him so much is because that's your style.
It always had, like, people would always say that, and I think that's why the streets always gravitated towards me in terms of like hiring me for their shoots, because it wasn't like, oh, he's gonna come in like this fucking white suburban nerd like the majority of cameramen are, and we need this lighting and we need this angle and everybody listen and do this. It's just like, you guys do you, and I'm gonna document it.
Yeah,
make it look cool.
For
you know
sure,
what I'm saying? Like,
and you do, bro.
And that's just what I did. You know what I'm saying? So it was a natural thing because I had already been in all these shit shooting videos. So then it was just like, hey, do you guys want to shoot a vlog here instead of a video? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they're just like,
What was the first one?
I guess, Vontae Mays, 35th Avenue, and Dunlap.
Yes,
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
By the Romanellis.
Yeah,
Down
right
the
by the
street from my
Romanellis
crib,
and
too.
shit. It's like it's a weird area over there. It's not like crazy. It's just like a mix of all bullshit. You got some gang activity, you got some drug activity, you got some fucking this activity, some that activity. You know what I'm saying? So no one really knows it for being one or the other. Like, a lot of neighborhoods in Phoenix, like, oh yeah, that's a big gang or
Big drug, yeah.
that's a big drug infested area. So 35th and Dunlap just had like all these little weird elements to it. So
I like it too, bro, because you put no one was doing that in Arizona.
Yeah.
That you were doing it. Everybody's going to like Cali, New York, like, all of the ones that are just like, I guess, higher profile, I guess you could say. Chicago. Yeah. But you brought it here. And that's what really caught like my attention is that you were putting on for the Valley. You know what I mean? And it wasn't like you were just trying to follow the, I don't know, I guess the trends and stuff like that. And so, dude, like that's for you. Like, I just want to give you fucking props, bro. Like, that's sick as fuck that you did that. And then people that don't know, again, that they're just like getting to know, or this is the first time hearing, these are all on YouTube. And basically the premise is that you just you get with some of the homies, and they want to take you through their neighborhood, and they just want to basically kind of like give you an insight of like what's going on in their neighborhood, and maybe some of the peaks and the lows, and it's just really, really raw.
Yeah, essentially, yeah, that's exactly what it is. Like, okay, this is the good and the bad of our neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Here's the history and da-da-da. And then the more and more I got into it, I'm just kind of like, all right, like Valley Club Records is my brand. So it's like, I need to make these like music based as opposed to, the fucking everybody wants to delve into the gangs and shit. And that's like, I try to make them more music based, and then like that shit is secondary. Like, okay, like this is your neighborhood. What are some of the artists that have kind of paved the way? What's the sound? What's the vibe and the culture like? And then like as part of the culture, it's like, and this happens to be a big ass blood neighborhood. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? Or this happens to be a legendary Crip neighborhood. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, but
I think everybody wants to know the big question.
Yeah, dude.
Everybody wants to know.
All right.
Does Arizona have real hoods? Is there real hoods?
Because you've done them out of state as well, just so people know.
Right. So let me think of the real hoods. Of course, fuck yeah, like no question. Arizona has real hoods, just like anywhere has real hoods. You know what I'm saying? Where people kind of think Arizona's a joke is just because of the fact that a lot of our real hoods are derivatives of California's real hoods. You feel what I'm saying? So people from a neighborhood in California will move to an apartment complex. And then they're like, hey, this is the Wild West. There's no one out here running this shit. We can. You know what I'm saying? So then they'll recruit, you know, so-and-so next door and so-and-so next door and so-and-so across the way and be like, this is what we bang. Da-da-da. And they're like, hey, we want to bang that too. Well, all right, cool. Get your put on. And your put on, you know, is where they initiate you, you know, do your shit. You know what I'm saying? And then that hood is now a blood hood. And then so when we're right next to California and we've always had this little big brother, little brother rivalry in terms of the streets, you know what I'm saying? Like, you get a lot of scrutiny and shit like that. So they're like, you know, you guys are watered down us. And we're like, no, we're doing our own shit. So there's always this thing. So it's not a question of if there's real hoods or not. It's just about like, yes, there's some hoods that were started here by Arizona-born residents and never went blood or Crip or 13 or whatever the fuck else, you know, and are just purely gangsters. And then you got other hoods that did fly under those flags and shit. So
yeah,
we just get scrutiny and that shit. Like, you guys don't have originality, but it's like we do. And a lot of those hoods, honestly, I'm not even able to explore because there's a lot going on.
It's too deep, yeah.
Yeah, and they don't want any type of eyeballs and attention.
Nothing, bro,
yeah. So for anybody thinking that, oh, this or da-da-da, it's like there's a lot behind the scenes politically that, you know, you just can't fuck with.
We're right next to the border.
Right.
What people don't understand.
Yeah.
Like, and
so
that's where it really gets treacherous.
Yeah. And there's a lot of, you know, cartel stuff that occurs and stuff like that. And they're absolutely like no camera attention. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a strict thing. So it's like, if you see some shit that looks corny or this is just a little click or da-da-da, well, that's just who is there, and that's who wanted me to come in with a camera. But don't think that there's not, again, some real deal shit that goes on too. And
for sure, bro,
those heads again don't want media attention.
And that makes sense, bro.
You know?
That totally makes sense. Yeah, I seen the one that you did. I think it was like 27th Avenue. I think it was most recently. I forgot the crossroad or that you were doing, but they were like part of like the highlights that you were putting. Like they were you were walking around at night, and then some of them were like, "Hey, watch out, watch out, watch out." Yeah. Like, you know, like kind of like basically telling you like maybe just be careful. My question for you, and I think like a lot of people might want to know too, is like, have you ever been in a situation where you were like, I need to get the fuck out of here?
In Arizona.
Yeah, in Arizona, yeah.
Hella, honestly, and knock on wood, like, I'm blessed and stuff, but yeah, the majority of, I won't even say bad, but weird or, you know, crazy situations have happened here. You know?
Okay.
So for all the viewers, like, and that's not a challenge either, because if I come to your shit, the real deal, not a fucking challenge. Like, keep me safe, keep it cool. Only bite me to your shit when it's peaceful times. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we must protect Kor at all costs.
I like to do them during the day. I don't even like to be out during night doing them shits. But like,
I noticed that, bro. Most of them are during the day. Yeah.
Sometimes it's just like the circumstances are the circumstances, and I can only get out there at night, and they can only be available at night, and it's just roll the dice type shit. But yeah, a lot of weird shit has occurred here in Arizona as opposed to anywhere else. So, you know, Arizona's got a lot of shit, you know what I'm saying? But again, like, and then you're walking that line, like, you can't even show shit because I'm not going to be the reason responsible for some legal shit or some, you know,
someone getting hit up,
or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, that's just that. But and that is part of being a journalist that people fuck with and trust, is knowing what you can put out and not. You know what I'm saying? Like, they would never probably invite Adam 22 to these places because he's such a little clout hoe. You know, that he would just put everything out there. There's plenty of shit I could have put out for 1 million or 2 million views, but it's like, no, I can't.
Oh, so there's stuff where like you ended up filming because you're catching stuff again raw, like in time. It's not like it's scripted. It's not like anything like that. So there's been some stuff where you were just like, oh shit, like we can't, we got to edit that out.
Period. Yeah. Or a lot of shit where it's like, hey, don't put this out. Like, you know what I'm saying? And all right, I won't put it out.
Yeah, straight up.
Is there something that maybe not incriminating, but something that you had to take out for YouTube? Because YouTube kind of flags some stuff too. Is there anything where you're like,
oh yeah,
you just have to blur, or like, can you talk about that?
Yeah, sure. YouTube has become like very
hall monitor.
Yeah, very hall monitor-esque, very motherfucking kid friendly over the years. Very PG-13. Like they want clean shit because obviously it's a huge company now.
Yeah, and everybody's on YouTube. Yeah, watching.
Yeah, so it's not no motherfucking OnlyFans, or it's not no. What's the other competitor to YouTube right now? What is it?
Like Twitch,
Andrew Tate was on. What was Andrew Tate on?
Oh shit, I don't even know.
Remember that one where him and Donald Trump were promoting it?
Yeah, I remember.
I forget, but it's not that anymore. It's like they partner with the biggest brands in the world who run ads with them. So it's just like, they're very on it. So yeah, I censor a lot of shit. I censor out everything from cuss words to any type of
like guns, anything like that.
Guns, substance usage.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's all very PG-13. So you're definitely getting like a PG-13, PG watered down product version when you look at it. But use your imagination. You know what I'm saying? And you can know. And
that's what I wanted people to know too, is that it is truly, because some people might see this and be like, oh, that was scripted, or that was like, that's fake, because everybody, you got those people in the comments that think everything is fake.
Sure.
And it's 100% not. Like you're just literally going with these people and like saying, take me through your hood.
It's raw shit. Yeah, it's very raw. It's nothing is scripted, or it's just fucking it's their life. You know what I'm saying? It's their life. I document it. Take out the shit that needs to be this and and show you guys what they want me to show you, and then that's that.
How did you get the Baby Stone Gorillas Hood tour? Because that's sitting over $500,000, maybe more now since I've looked.
Oh yeah, that bitch keeps going up.
Yeah, that's the biggest one, right? View wise, at least.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest one I've ever put out. How did I get that one? So let's see. Baby Stone Gorillas started coming here to Phoenix a bunch. Obviously it's a 5-hour drive from California and shit, and it's a little. I think they did a few shows out here, and then they wanted a place to record, and then so I think Chris, our main audio engineer at the Only Chris Cross, if you ever need studio time, he locked in with them, and fucking he's just like, come on through, let's record some music, So off of that, they just started fucking with us off the report and shit. So like, then we just started kind of like, and that's the thing too, is like what I learned too, dealing with like industry divas or like SoundCloud nerds versus like real street motherfuckers, is like they just operate by a different code. So it's like if you ever show love and do some real nigga shit, like it's always gonna be reciprocated.
Yeah.
Yeah. Always.
That's like the code, bro.
It's a code.
It's like, it's not, you don't have to say anything about that.
They operate through a whole different code. So it's just like one of those things like, cool, we fucked with you guys, did some shit for you here. So when we're out there and when we ask, like, hey, can we get this, and it's like let's make it happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, no questions, yeah.
So they just reciprocated on some love shown and shit and let us come through and shit. And even though he wasn't like on some fucking, I'm going to have the whole hood out, which is really weird, too, because it's literally just him and a homie who he didn't even know was going to be there. And especially as artists and people, like, they move around the city and shit like crazy, so they don't just be hanging in the hood 24/7. You know what I mean? Like, they got to make a trip to come to the hood, like, and then be like, all right, cool, this is what it is, So, like, it was some last-minute shit, and he just like, yeah, come on, I'll walk you through real quick, Walked us through, ran into one of the other homies, Phantom. And then fucking they both walked us through, and I don't know why that shit went so crazy. Maybe it's because the music popularity or the fact that it was on training day. I really don't fucking know. You feel what I'm saying? But that bitch went crazy. So that was like, speaking of another one of those highlights, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And one of those eye openers, like, holy fuck, like, this shit did some fucking numbers, nigga. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
that's always good, bro. When you get that one just to pop, you're kind of always like trying to like get that same pop, right? Like it's
every
like that
fucking time.
Yeah,
that
upload
feeling. Some shit. Like you're chasing that high. Like
you're chasing that high.
Your first bump of coke, your first weed pool. You know what I'm saying?
Pussy. First good feeling
pussy,
for sure. Yeah.
First nut, first everything. You know what I'm saying? Like you're always chasing that shit. But then when it happens, it's just like, it's weird. It's like a mix of emotions. It's like, you know,
that high.
It's high, it's celebrate, but then it's like you want it again.
Yeah.
And you want more. And then like,
you're never satisfied.
yeah. And then it goes down. So then you experience a depression. You
Depression,
know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So many emotions, bro.
So many.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's just like, it's just a gift and a curse every time you get something to pop. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, I definitely agree. We've talked about that too. Like when you care about something so much, like it can have you emotional.
oh my God, it's the highest highs, lowest lows you ever experienced.
Yeah,
You know
I think
what
like entrepreneurs, just anybody like being creative, like we all experience that shit, bro. And it's like, yeah, it's fucking,
yeah, like a good day, a good week will have you just feeling invincible. Like nothing in the world can go wrong. No one can fuck with you. And then a bad week and a hiccup in business will have you
you feel like quitting, bro.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
wow,
like,
really?
I'm done.
Like, I just need a job or something. Like,
Yeah.
fuck, so I don't have to feel this. But honestly, that's part of being human, being alive. I think as entrepreneurs, like we actually want to feel alive and feel those highs and lows, you know, because like
Yeah.
at a job, you're right here in the middle.
Yep.
You know,
Damn.
you're like, I can't go up.
It's consistent.
It's
all-
consistent.
it's
You
a
know what
consistent
it
check.
is.
Yeah.
It's annoying. It's got its annoying days, and then you get paid on Friday. It's like a little bit of a up, and then it's a Monday sucks, and da-da-da. You're
And they write you up.
Yeah,
You know
exactly.
what I mean?
An entrepreneur, it's like, I'm on top of the fucking world. I'm the fucking man. I can do any fucking thing. You
I
feel
just
what
sold
I'm
2
saying?
t-shirts, motherfucker.
Exactly. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I sold out, da-da-da, or, you know, I'm viral right now, da-da-da. And then it's like, holy fuck. You feel
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Well,
Next
I'm
one comes out, it's flat.
A couple hundred views, nothing, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? This sucks, you know? So it's just like highs and lows, man. But you feel alive.
Yeah.
You're definitely alive in this shit, you know what I'm saying?
For
Right?
sure, bro. And like the freedom and everything else, bro. It's just totally different. Than
Yeah, like, it comes with a whole different set of pros that you could never get working a fucking job, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I would assume one of those biggest highs that we have to touch on, because we talked about it earlier, is Zone 6. You did an Atlanta hood tour.
Oh my God, yeah.
In Zone 6. Like, that was
crazy.
your, not your dream, because you didn't know you wanted to do hood vlogs back then, but like,
Right.
it doesn't get no better than that as far as underground.
No cap, you know, especially if you came up during that era like we were talking about, you know, and you were an actual Gucci 1017 fan, like that was really big. So I had gone this time last year, I did a little southern tour, right? Where I've got family in Dallas, so I fly into Dallas, I'll get a car and shit, and then I'll just do various shit. So I had hit Fort Worth with Kenny B, and that hood tour went crazy too. And then another one of those lows that we talked about was like YouTube age restricted it, so like just stop pushing it, demonetized it, all the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But that one was going crazy. I was like, holy shit. And then from there, I went to Arkansas and fucked with my guys in Little Rock.
it's wild there, huh?
Yeah, Fatty 400 and shit. That was kind of wild. Like the South. Blood and Crip hoods are just so crazy. Like they're just like they're different. You know, I don't know how to explain it. It's like a parallel universe. It's weird. It's not like California Blood and Crip. It's just like it's fucking different. But so I did that shit. That shit was tight too. And then I went over to Memphis, did some shit, and then I went down to Georgia. And then the homies who I had reached out with to show me around East Atlanta, one of them couldn't make it, and then one of them was actually from Savannah, and he's like, yeah, I got a lot more shit going in Savannah, but I'm here in the East. I'll show you around. But it happened to be pouring that day and shit. So I was like, all right, cool. I took what I got. I was going to do a whole ass vlog about that, but I was like, this ain't really shit. So I know I'll just be disappointing the audience putting out a half-ass vlog. You feel what I'm saying? So I was like, I'll wait on it. And I have family in Georgia too, so it ain't shit, you know, but a plane ticket. So I was like, all right, I'll come back. So then I came back, did other shit and shit for the rest of the year, and then yeah, come November, I'm just like, all right, I'm going back out for Thanksgiving anyway. Start reaching out, and then I happen to reach out to the right man, you know, Tite, the god of 21, like the god, 21 Savage, you know, Young Nudie and that, like he's the man, you know what I'm saying? Like,
So you reached out?
yeah, I reached out.
Nice.
Yeah, I reached out. Yeah, I mean, I get random reach outs all day, but it's always from like fucking fans or people who can't make shit shake.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
I see what
So
you're saying,
like, if you make shit shake, it's because like you have a direct plug with like a big man in that neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
the reputable, respectable. Everyone respects him from the older ones to the younger ones. He's successful. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it's all the elements. So all the stars aligned for that one as well. You know what I'm saying? So that was just a Jaws blessing. But so yeah, went and explored East Atlanta. One of my childhood dreams for sure. And you know, that shit was tight to see just not just to see where your favorite music is coming from and shit, but like, you know, you guys are you Hispanic?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
Hispanic, both Hispanic and shit, you know, like here in Phoenix, like you guys are like the dominant minority.
Yeah.
You know, you guys got your shit together, businesses, plazas with nothing but Mexican restaurants.
Hell yeah, bro.
Right.
Tacos all fucking day, bro.
Tacos, clubs, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you guys got your shit going. Like, so like being raised in Phoenix is always being like that minority that doesn't, and then you go to like Georgia, Atlanta, and it's like, no, they're the Mexicans.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
That's
like,
what I'm saying, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they're really running shit,
Yeah.
you know?
Gotcha.
Got businesses, clubs,
Foreigns
restaurants,
and shit.
foreigns. Like, you know what I'm saying? Off of legit money and shit.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I mean? Like,
Got you.
real, like, you know, like how the Italians went legit, you know? Like, like that. You know what I mean? Like, so it's really cool to, like, see that, explore that, be a part of all that, and then, like, see them all so systematically, like, progressing the community. Like, oh, we just got $1 million bag, but guess what? Like, half of that is going back to the hood to build studios and progress the next generation of talent.
That's
like
dope.
It's such a fucking pipeline that's just like can't be fucked with.
That's fire.
Yeah, it's tight. It's tight as fuck.
Man.
For sure.
Do you have any like specific memorable moment when you were out there? Like, was it just walking around or?
Okay, so of course being in PDE, which again, like being a 21 Savage and Young Nudie fan was a big deal, like because like that was like their stomping grounds complex, so that was tight. And then the last little studio they took me to was mad tight too, just because it was just like fucking, I don't know how to explain it. The energy was crazy, bro. Like it was like a trap house for music. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like just like we got 15 motherfuckers. They're all gonna make songs, and then like we're gonna put them all out, and you know they're all just gonna go up. Like it's just a system. It's just different. You know, it's different to see what you do on a way bigger, more advanced scale. You know what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying, yeah.
Yeah, like a way bigger, more advanced, like...
Was it super inspirational?
Super.
That's dope, bro.
Yeah, 100%, man. It honestly has me, like, you know, of course, Phoenix is always going to be home, but it's just like, all right, I need, like, maybe to be out that bitch.
Dude,
I was about to say that, bro. Like, because that's what happens, dude, is, like, people that are, like banging out, like, doing really good here.
Yeah.
You know, people say, like, you got to hang out with people that are doing better than you.
Always.
Right?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You got
always.
to, in order to grow. And so I think a lot of people move out. Because it's just limited here. And I was going to ask you, bro, like seeing all that and being a part of it, do you think like you could like really grow that here? Or is that like just too far out?
It's not too far out. I just kind of know, I'm kind of seeing like what it's going to take. It's never going to be Phoenix. And this ain't a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're black and you make rap music, don't be discouraged. You can make it anywhere. You just kind of have to branch out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you have to.
Phoenix is not there yet.
Phoenix is not there. Not for hip hop and rap music.
But dude, you're getting.
Yeah, for sure. I'm building a platform for
Hell
sure.
Yeah, bro.
For sure.
Hell yeah.
But if you're Hispanic, you feel what I'm saying? I do honestly see this being like a Latino rap or the regional Corrido shit hub. You know, if the artists here can get their shit together and believe in it, you know, because Arizona's such a follower state, you know, but if the certain groups like, you know, Cactus Boys and, you know, Dan G's and all the, you know, Latinos who are already pushing the agenda, like, get serious about it, you know, and look at themselves as like a business and a da-da-da, like, they could easily be the pipeline because I'll see like Latino artists come here, you know, Swifty Blues, Cap G's, da-da-da-da-da, and they, A, kill it, and B, they just feel at home, and they see it themselves. They're like, oh, shit.
They get a lot of love.
Yeah, they see it themselves, like, holy shit, like, I'm getting more love here than I do in Cali, or, you know, in Georgia, where Cap G's from, or Texas, da-da-da, like, so here is, like, it's a massive...
It's there, bro.
I think it's going to be there for sure for Hispanics and Latinos in the next, you know, 10, 20 years. It's just going to really be them like getting out, maybe partnering with some bigger artists, you know, for a sec, just to kind of see how shit's going, you know what I'm saying? Like hop on a fucking tour of whoever's doing it, King Lil G or whoever, you know what I'm saying, in that space, or whoever you look up to, and then fucking come back here with the recipe and be like, all right, this is how it's done.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I agree, bro.
Right?
I totally see that as well.
Because look, even MC Magic, like he's
still killing it.
He's made a great living off this shit. You know
off
what I'm saying?
just Arizona, like
Off just
a
being
little bit
Arizona
Cali, but yeah,
No,
he's
dude,
Arizona
Cali,
based.
New Mexico, like Texas,
He
like
goes
that.
on
Full,
he goes on his little Southwest
Yeah,
tours,
yeah.
Cali and Vegas, and you know,
Yeah.
fucking Denver, and you know, Texas, Albuquerque, shit like
yeah,
that.
it's
But,
mad
like,
love, dude.
But yeah, he's Arizona based, and
Yeah.
he's like, you know, and he's always made a fucking. I don't want to put his earnings or his business out there, but like he's, you know,
Doing well.
he does well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Does well, like
And he
a lawyer,
reps.
like a lawyer or a doctor,
yeah, he reps. Yeah,
and he makes fucking music.
yeah.
You know, so I think the potential is there for Latinos for sure. You know what I'm saying, and Latinas and stuff. It's just them stop fucking being such little followers or waiting for a blessing to fall out the sky and just let your nuts hang and go make that shit happen. You know, and then
Yeah.
like it'll the pipeline for Mexicans here will be just infinite. You know. Because it's
Shit.
what's the demo here? 40%,
Yeah, dude, it's growing.
right, and
Yeah.
growing. So
Yeah.
it's like,
Damn, he just gave a little recipe. If
Dude.
you're a Latino, you have some good music.
Yeah,
It might be your time.
yeah. I think you're right, bro. I see it all the time, and I see you guys. I see you working with a lot of them as well.
yeah,
A lot of the Latino, the community fuck with you, trust you,
Yeah.
and like you're definitely you're building that foundation and putting them on and like putting your videos and doing everything like that.
Yeah.
So like at the end of the day, man, like it's only a matter of time.
facts. I fuck with it. You know, like that's just again what I was raised around and shit like that. So I definitely see the potential. And again, there's good music and shit to be made. And I see again now working with these bigger artists. You know, like having just worked with Cap G, having did a lot of shit with Swifty Blue, gone to his hood shit too. Like you kind of see, you're like, all right, so it's different. It's not like Latino music and rap. Here's the thing, like people will listen to a Latino rapper and expect to hear a fucking NBA YoungBoy or something.
Right.
You know, it's like it's not going to be that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's still going to be good and great in its own space.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
it definitely has its own space for sure.
It's in its own space, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's just like, I just know it can be done, and I see the potential in it for sure. And it's just really, I've learned this over the years too, is like you push artists and want for them as much as they want for themselves. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
and that's the thing in your guys' community too, is like, it's so, there's not a whole lot of entertainers. Like it's never been an entertainment heavy thing. You guys are like family, business,
Right.
traditional, like that's
Regular
like the
jobs.
Yeah, it's like the core of your shit.
Yeah,
Working hard, taking care of your family, your
Yeah.
wife, making it so she's good, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. The
Right.
basics, bro.
Right.
Yep.
Whereas in like black community, it's like what we do. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? We live on the edges already.
sure, bro.
You feel what I'm saying? We
Yeah,
live
yeah,
check
yeah.
to check already. We don't give a fuck. You feel what I'm saying?
But the also too is like
So,
you're not
like-
afraid to be yourselves, and like I don't know, man. It's just different. I think
Yeah,
for sure. I see it.
So yeah, that's why
dope.
that's why I think it works with black people and being artists and shit. The highs, the lows. That's how we grew up.
Yeah.
Check to check, Section 8. Moving,
You don't give a fuck what
eviction
anybody
and
thinks
shit.
about you.
Who
Yeah.
gives a fuck?
Yeah,
Put it
yeah,
all
yeah.
on the line. Gamble. You know what I mean? Like,
For sure.
whereas you guys being like, our shit's gonna be together. We're gonna save half our income and da 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 and buy a
Yeah.
house one day. And you know what I'm saying? Like that is kind of contradictory in being a rock star, and rock star is kind of being
Sure.
a gambler.
Like a total gambler, bro. 100%.
You
Yeah.
gamble.
Yeah, you
know
gotta
what I'm saying?
Bet on
And-
yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, and so like that culturally, I think, kind of hinders you guys as entertainers. But get past that and be like, no, this is it. I'm gonna put it all on the line, da da da, and motherfuckers can do this shit.
Bet on
Especially here in AZ, we're top 5 populated in the U.S. and majority Latino. Like
It's there.
the recipe's there,
Yeah.
the ingredients are there. I
It
should
comes
say.
a lot, dude. I think from you because you've been in the industry now for a while. You've seen so many rappers. You've worked with so many different people. You've been to different states within the community. So like, I think like your word, like I think it comes strong. You know what I mean?
Right. To close out, we always like to ask, obviously, this is the Beyond the Brand podcast, so we do what we do for different reasons. So we like to ask, why do you do what you do? Do you want to be famous? Do you want to have a huge YouTube platform? Do you want to, what do you want from this?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think the core of what I've always wanted to do, even when I can think back in the Capital Committee days, like riding around picking up artists and bringing them to the studio so I could document them in clothes and shit, was just like blowing something that's cool up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That was always kind of like the core that I can always like refer back to. Like even when I'm like lost in my own shit, like what am I doing? Like what the fuck is all this for? Da, da, da. And it's like showcasing cool shit. You know what I'm saying? Inspiring motherfuckers to do cool shit, and you know what I'm saying? Like grow cool shit. Be a part of cool moments. You know?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like So, I mean, that's kind of always the thing. And then it's like, you know, helping other creatives and artists really do that shit as well. You know what I'm saying? And then, of course, pay bills in the meantime, show motherfuckers you can, you know, make a living off this shit. You know what I'm saying? And doing your own shit. You just kind of got to be hungry and you got to be willing to put shit on the line and suffer through them lows and, you know, stay humble during them highs, you know, and just do your shit. So, yeah.
Hell yeah, bro.
If you
Bars.
heard, I know if you listen, none of that was for self. That was like all selfless. He wanted to blow up others.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He wants to put others. That's
yeah,
a bar.
I'm not huge on the fame thing for myself. Like, I know it kind of like comes hand in hand, and I've had waves of growth and, you know, shit like that and stuff. But like, yeah, it's never been like, oh yeah, I want to do that. It was always been like, hey, you got some cool shit going. Like, let me help you show the world. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, because dude, you're fucking talented by doing that shit too, with your videography, all that, and everything that you do, bro. So
right.
That shit's dope, man. Yeah, man. Like, fuck, dude. Hey, at the end of the day, man, thank you so much, bro. You brought us in. This is a cool spot for the community.
Yeah.
You come in, like, it was super welcoming. The homie welcomed us in. Like, we moved some stuff around. Like, we got it all set up. Like, he even helped us. And so, like, dude, I can only thank you, bro. I really appreciate you.
It's all good, man. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? Even when bro reached out, like, you know, I'm starting a podcast. It's like, let's do it.
Yeah, the fact that you even took some time, bro. Thank you, man.
Yeah, no, that was crazy. That was
keep the culture going.
He told me, he's like, I got Kor, bro. He wants to, I reached out and he said, yeah. And I was like, dude, the big cactus, bro. I already know that guy's cool as fuck, bro. So yeah, yeah, bro. Thank you, man. Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah,
Let's
man.
get it, man. Appreciate you guys.
Peace.
Oh yeah.